One man, one mission, to rid the world of chronic anxiety once and for all. The anxiety guy, Dennis Simsek, shares his personal transformation from living a life filled with overwhelming worry to becoming a full-fledged positivity machine, a leading authority in generalized anxiety. Dennis gets to the truth of your mental health challenges and sets you on a path to transforming each and every area of your life. Here he is, the one and only, the anxiety guy.
Hi everyone, welcome to episode 199. This is the Anxiety Guy podcast and I am your host, Dennis Simsek. This podcast episode is brought to you by the number one anxiety support site there is on the web at anxietyexit.com. Head on over to anxietyexit.com, read some of the blogs, pick up my digital book, Me versus Myself. You can even pick up the paperback on Amazon. But get to know anxietyexit.com. There's a ton of great resources there for you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Warrior, today we're talking about a subject that I get tons of questions on, and I said, you know what? This isn't my place to answer these questions. I can provide my own personal experiences with benzodiazepine withdrawals. But today, I'll be tackling 6 ways to properly prepare for antidepressant withdrawal. Now, disclaimer, this is not intended to be seen as medical advice. Everything related to medication is done through your own doctor. So please, make sure that you understand that you can or can't use the information that I am about to provide you, okay? Just informational. So I'm going there today. And I do want to point out that, as most of you know through my YouTube videos and getting to know me through social media, that I had some time with benzodiazepine named clonazepam, or commonly known as Ativan. And weaning off of that was quite a struggle. It was, because I was always upping my dose to be able to meet the same effect as when I started. But as far as antidepressants go, my system basically rejected them right off the bat. So I never went that route there. But I do have some very important information for you today regarding this. Now, let's understand a few facts first, okay? Withdrawal typically persists for up to 3 weeks of time. But remember, the physical symptoms are usually the last to go. So there's a lot of people that say, hey, I'm doing the inner work. I'm changing my thinking patterns. I'm altering the images in my head through different methods. I'm changing my behaviors. My emotional state seems to be altering. I'm feeling more neutral and pleasant throughout the day. My focus is going more so onto my external world and less onto my internal world. But my physical symptoms are still there. Well, understand that in my experience, the body is the last thing to recover. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you've taken antidepressants for over 6 weeks, your physical and emotional symptoms will be more severe during withdrawal. So understand the time period and make sure that you are gentle and compassionate towards yourself as you move towards this roller coaster ride that you are about to go on. Work with your doctor to not stop cold turkey, okay? The brain will go into a state of shock and imbalance, and you'll be twice as confused as you were while you were on them. I promise you that. And I work with thousands of people worldwide, and this is the 6 most important pieces of advice that I can give you as far as antidepressant withdrawal. Okay? Number one, have a big enough reason. Have a big enough reason, guys. And remind yourself of it each and every day. This is important because we need some pull when things get very, very challenging. We need that pull. My pull was a photo of my child that I looked at numerous times each and every day to remind myself why I was on this journey towards inner work, self-development, growth, inspiration, the spiritual journey, my awakening, my connection to God, whatever you want to call it. That was my reason, and it was a big one. It was a big one because it got me to remind myself that my time spent doing the inner work wasn't going to go wasted. So, what's your big enough reason? Number two, do your best not to judge your progress from day to day. I mean, this is easier said than done, I know. But take a week-to-week approach instead, so that you limit the pressure you put on yourself and open yourself up to seeing the progress more. You know, it's incredible when our focus is turned more towards what we've accomplished and what we're accomplishing, rather than how far we still have to go. It's incredible the feeling that we get, isn't it? It's incredible which thoughts we entertain more when we're in this state of mind. So do your best to create a plan where you look back on the week and recognize how things are going. And I promise you, when you can divide this into a more distant review week to week, then you're really going to see a lot of great changes going on within you. But because people are so consumed with anxiety from moment to moment, they don't realize the hours that were spent in a pleasant emotional state, thinking the right things, creating the right images as far as what's about to show up in your life, reframing their past experiences. A lot of people out there are doing a lot of good things, but you need to be aware of them every single day. Number three is keep working at the root cause, not the symptom, warrior. Meaning, what childhood needs weren't met? What past experience still sensitizes you today? What repressed rage are you carrying around? And who haven't you forgiven yet? Are you still carrying around guilt for what you did or didn't do? Is there a self-love issue or something else? These are the root causes. Okay, let's understand that there are too many people out there highly focused on their symptoms. Leaving the forums online, leaving those helpful anxiety communities was the best thing I ever did. Because I was stuck in a cycle of reassurance seeking, connecting with like-minded people. And when I'm saying like-minded, I'm talking about the addiction to suffering, okay? And I found myself uncomfortably in environments that were more outcome-focused and with problem solvers. This was a massive step. I loved it. It was uncomfortable, but I began engaging. I began adopting their beliefs. I began opening myself up to new options as far as how I saw past and future situations. So keep working at the root cause, warrior, not the symptom. This is very, very important, okay? Number 4 is embrace the discomfort of calming your nervous system. Meditation done 2 times a day for 1 minute and gradually working up is better than struggling through 10 minutes, wincing in pain, discomfort, and uncertainty. That means that work with yourself. Don't force through things. Don't fight through things. Take a systematic, step-by-step, gradual approach towards healing. And your nervous system is going to reject anything that goes against the activation of the fight or flight system. That means meditation, slowing down, different breathing patterns, different ways of verbalizing your communication, your thoughts to other people. So I want you to embrace this discomfort as far as calming your nervous system, and I want you, more than anything, to adopt the mindset that when it comes to symptoms, that is always the younger version of you looking for safety in a world where it fears everything. This is the mindset. Number 5, prepare for the challenges and setbacks. Ooh, my goodness. Prepare? How many people actually prepare for the difficulties? Everybody out there is going, ooh, I'm changing something, and that positive change should be automatic. It should show up today. No, I don't think so. There's a beautiful quote out there that kind of went, 30 years of trauma being rejected and overcome through a couple sniffs of lavender. And I kind of laughed at that one. But it tells the story of people looking for change so quickly when in fact change usually takes a lot of time. So prepare for the challenges and setbacks. Have your general mindset ready and make sure that you take a approach moving forward as far as you reframing. I mean, if I could take one powerful word and give it to you so that you can take an approach that works for pretty much everybody, it would be the word reframing. And I've made a video on this recently on YouTube, so I hope you've watched it, related to the number one skill set I believe is out there for anxiety. Reframing comes in different ways. You can reframe things through your thinking. You can reframe things through your physiology. You don't have to succumb to what your body wants to do all the time. You can reframe things at an emotional level and give yourself permission to actually feel different in this moment rather than succumb to habit. You can reframe things in a behavioral way where you act differently and again, don't succumb to habit. And you can reframe things in an imaginative way. If I've got something showing up in the next couple hours at work or something else, and the images in my mind are being played out as, oh my goodness, I can't do it. People are going to laugh at me. They're going to see my sensations. I got to play out my mask again. Then I can take those images and I can begin altering them to bring about the perspectives as far as what do I want to experience instead. You have the power to do that. So stop looking at yourself as so powerless each and every day. What's going on? Stop succumbing to these irrational, limiting ideas of yourself and the world. My goodness, you are full of potential in every which way. Everybody else sees it but you. And it's time for you to step out of that comfort zone. Number 6 is set a realistic emotional and behavioral goal for 30 days from your start date. So basically, I want to go to the mall. Okay? I want to feel 30% more neutral. I want to visit 5 stores. I want to go to an airport and walk around the airport for 20 minutes while sipping a cup of tea. I want you to set a goal 30 days from the beginning of your withdrawal. okay? And always, always, always keep in mind the pleasure that's going to come when those 30 days are up and you are face to face with that goal, achieving it, deserving it, loving it. Because here's what's important. You must enjoy this journey, warrior. You must not look at this journey as a struggle. There are many things in your life that weren't taught to you, most importantly, thinking. And so what happened was we unconsciously began imagining the worst possible scenario in every situation. And we never had the skill sets to be able to think ourselves out of those and to imagine ourselves out of those and to feel ourselves out of those. So be gentle, be compassionate, take these very important steps, use them if you'd like, and always remember that you are more than anxiety. Are you enjoying this podcast? Give it a positive rate and review. I read every single one, and I can't wait to connect with you, warrior, in the future. Have a wonderful day because you deserve it. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being an important part of the Anxiety Guy podcast community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a positive rate and review. If you're searching for further support on your road to recovery from anxiety, head over to anxietyexit.com and take part in the powerful End the Anxiety program based around the CBT model. If you're searching for a more one-on-one approach, you can sign up now for personal coaching sessions with Dennis via Skype. Remember, you are more than anxiety. See you in the next episode.